In this video, I'm going to introduce you to Blencowe Resources. It's an opportunity to invest in a world-class graphite project ahead of what should be some transformative milestones over the next 12 months for the company. So let's dig into some detail. Investment in Blencowe offers investment in an advanced graphite development opportunity. Many mining companies from inception to production will take about 8 years. Blencowe are probably 2/3 of the way down the line now, and they're looking to bring their product into production just around the time that the graphite deficit starts to bite. The project is world class by both size and product quality. It's fully permitted with a 21-year mining licence in place and all environmental permits. The estimated deposit size is 2 to 3 billion tonnes, with the initial JORC resource that was done for the PFS being 24.5 billion tonnes at 6% TGC. The company delivered a robust PFS with a post-tax NPV of US 482 million. They're currently working on the DFS, as I said, which should expand upon the PFS, particularly the downstream processing option they're looking at. They also struck a partnership with the US Development Finance Corporation, an agency of the US government, looking at securing long-term supply of critical minerals such as graphite, and the company have done an extensive test work program on their product, producing 99.95% SPG. They're currently in the process of doing a bulk test work program, which is 600-ton bulk sample, and that's being done in China, and this is absolutely critical as a pre-qualification step to securing binding offtakes. The company is currently capped at 10.5 million, which I believe is a very modest valuation for the stage that Blencowe are at. Share price today trades around 4.5 pence. There's 210 million shares in issue, and you can see there that there is some shareholders, typical mining investment shareholders such as RAB Capital, Jangada Mines and Jubb Capital, holding significant portions of the company. The company's PFS produced a robust set of numbers. Basically, there's a NPV of 482 million with an initial capital outlay of just 62 million, and this is representing a 14-year mine life, and it's worth noting again that that is based on 2% of the estimated deposit size. So it's a smaller scale startup operation which you would expect from a junior mining company, but some very hefty numbers in there, including US 1.1 billion free cash returned over that 14-year mine life. Now, what separates Blencowe or differentiates them from other junior mining companies and peers is the partnership it struck with the US Development Finance Corporation. The US Development Finance Corporation is an agency of the US government tasked with seeking long-term supply of critical minerals, and obviously graphite is one of those. Orom-Cross is the first graphite project in the world to be funded by the US government grant of this nature and the DFC. And this substantially de-risks the project because involvement of a tier 1 partner such as the DFC is a huge rubber stamp on the potential of the project. So the DFC are co-funding the DFS with 3 million of a 5 million technical grant already paid to Blencowe, and the DFC have also offered a letter of intent in terms of overall project funding solutions. So this is a significant de-risking step for the project and for the investment thesis. The partnership with the DFC has other implications for the project as well. For any junior mining company to scale up and do more work requires further capital, and having such a partner on board opens the doors to further funding, which could greatly enhance the project and offer potential to do a downstream processing facility, which the company are investigating at the moment, which is where they would produce the N99.95% SPG product. The partnership with the DFC, that will allow Blencowe to do further drilling to increase the JORC resource and extend the mine life. It will allow them to scale production from the initial 50,000 tonnes per annum to 100,000 tonnes per annum, and then as they progress even further, although they could do this from organic growth, increase from the 100,000 tonne mark to 200,000 tonnes per annum, which is a huge graphite mining operation. and obviously why the DFC are interested in the project given its potential scale and the the supply of graphite potential to the US. As I touched on, the building a downstream processing facility would have huge benefits to Blencowe, because if you are producing an end product in country without shipping concentrate around the world and just selling internationally the end product, there is a much lower carbon footprint on that, and the margins are significantly more. So for example, if you're selling graphite concentrate for say $700 a ton today, you can sell the end SPG product for around about $2,500 a ton. So this would have huge implications on the overall project economics. So the development pathway, well, Blencowe have been very active over the last 12 to 24 months without much market recognition, but they've been doing all the legwork to get them to where they are now, which is producing the DFS. And Blencowe aren't producing just a basic desktop DFS. They are spending, I think, something along the lines of about 8 or 9 million on their DFS, which is substantially more than you see a lot of other junior mining companies spend. And the reason they're doing that is because they are going to be running a graphite mining operation. Graphite is pretty complex in terms of how you sell it, what product you have. You have to prove the product up. You have to show end off-takers and OEMs the product itself that you're going to be selling to them. If you can't do that, you won't secure binding off-takes. So you can see on this graphic here that Blencowe have delivered another number of key milestones, which has been unlocking some of the DFS tranche funding for the DFS. Probably most significant on there is the level of bulk sample testing that the company have done. They've proven the product up into the end SPG product, and they are now in the process of doing a 600-ton bulk sample test program in China. And as I said before, this is critical. Pre-qualification of your product is the only way you'll get secured binding offtake agreements. That's in progress at the moment, and it's running in parallel, and it's part of the DFS. The DFS is expected to be completed, I believe, by the end of this year. And once they've completed that, they will be able to make a decision about, decision to mine essentially. And, with the DFC on board and already offering indications of funding support, that could come pretty soon after, and that would allow Blencowe then to start development of the main plant and infrastructure, with a target, I should imagine, of towards the end of 2025, early 2026, of actually commencing the first stage of mining. So we're not talking about a particularly long time. Blencowe have proven how quickly they can deliver these milestones. So it's a fairly near-term mining operation, and this falls in line with the impending sort of graphite deficit. So it's going to be interesting. Should Blencowe be able to stick to their targets, this is a fairly near-term opportunity. So the investment opportunity then, as I see it, the graphite market itself is expected to go into deficit from the 2025 onwards, as I previously touched on. Graphite, I think, is going to be a good place to be, and there aren't that many graphite investment opportunities, particularly on the London junior market, where you can potentially get entry in at such a low market cap level for a company that are on the right path to actually achieving production, which many mining companies won't, and then obviously benefiting from the uplift in that such valuation. Natural flake graphite projects such as Orom-Cross will be critical to plug the supply gap and reduce dirty synthetic graphite production. In China at the moment, they're the dominant producers of graphite, and they do produce synthetic graphite, so not actually sourced from natural flake graphite projects, but it's a very dirty process, carbon intensive, and there's going to be pressure on actually securing supply of graphite that comes from more eco-friendly sources such as natural flake graphite projects, and that's why they're coming much more into focus at the moment now. And obviously Blencowe are very well placed with Orom-Cross given its huge scale and the quality of the product. The project is hugely de-risked by the fact that the US government, the DFC, are involved as a funding partner. This has definitely, in my opinion, been overlooked by the market. Such news, if you'd have issued that probably a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, when the markets were a bit happier, would have probably seen significant uplift in valuation. This hasn't happened yet for Blencowe. I don't know why the market hasn't spotted this, but in my opinion, it's a significant de-risking step to have such a partner involved, a tier one partner at that. The project itself, as I said before, is world class. The current JORC resource only represents 2% of the estimated resource, so there's huge scalability for the company as they grow organically, and with the DFC involved, further funding solutions and an optionality can rapidly progress the project into a much larger operation. The product pre-qualification that Blencowe have done is in nothing short of market leading. I haven't seen other junior mining companies go to this level. The reason Blencowe have, I've spoken to CEO Mike Ralston a few times, he's always talking about this. It is absolutely critical to do your pre-product qualification. You cannot talk to off-takers and OEMs without doing such work. You need to demonstrate that your product is what they want and is of the quality they want. Graphite is complex, there's different flake sizes, there's different end uses, such as battery anodes is the one that's the hot topic, but there are flame retardants, expandables, and many other uses of graphite, and the graphite has to be the right fit for what the end user wants. The near-term production, for the mine will align with the forecast deficit, but perhaps one of the most interesting opportunities here is the in-country downstream processing, where Blencowe produced the end 99.95% SPG product that would go into battery anodes. If you produce that in country, that again is much more eco-friendly. You're not shipping concentrate around the world. You're producing the end product that you can sell internationally. And as I said before, the margins on that are simply huge. The Blencowe's project in itself, if it's just producing concentrate, is a very compelling economic project, but the SPG optionality would completely transform the economics, and this is perhaps one of the key things people need to keep an eye on. So to wrap up, I think investment in Blencowe offers a pretty unique and rare opportunity to invest in a company where you could see some significant valuation uplift. I'm invested in the company. I'm hoping to see an uplift in my portfolio from the investment in the company, given that you can get in and buy shares today at 4.5p from 10 million market cap, and the milestones we're expecting to see over the next 12 months, the significance of those and the impact they should have on the overall valuation. The company have been doing all the right things. They've been delivering. They've got an aggressive roadmap which they're sticking to and delivering. And I think that it's a testament to the management team that they've managed to bring in the DFC as a funding partner. I think that's a first for the junior markets. I've not seen that level of investment from such a, if you like, tier one partner in a junior mining company, which I think is a testament to the actual project and the management team that have been delivering. So I think it's a compelling investment opportunity, and I would encourage you to have a look and do your own research, of course. Don't just listen to what I'm saying, but do your own research. It's always important to do that, and see if you agree with me.